me. Tell them I got your back. And that was the first time I just bawled out on the phone. Tears fell out my face. I was in Niagara Falls. I couldn't stop crying. I couldn't stop the tears because I never had nobody stand up for me.
Absolutely. It must have been like you said, from afar you had looked at this man and he was an inspiration already, and now you're meeting him, and not only are you meeting him, but he's actually saying to you, I am going to be there for you and I'm going to help you, when you never even knew if you'd ever meet him in your life. I mean, it's those are the types of moments that a lot of us are sort of living for, and we all want a mentor in some form of fashion, isn't it?
Right. And you know, and what it does to you, it gave me a sense of confidence. Mm-hmm. It gave me the ability to believe in myself. Wow. Just to know he believed in me. And I always have a moment when I talk about that, because I tell people you can't survive this game without good people in your corner. Mm. And that was a moment for me. You know, he changed my whole life with that one thing. So wow. I always share that with people to say, you know, when you're going up against negativity, you know, it's because you got the wrong people around you.
Oh, my goodness. Wow. You just sent a shiver down my spine hearing that, because I have been there, and I know there's many people out there, again, I'm saying it, around the world, who are hearing this and who will take this on board. And thank you so much for saying that. I mean, can I ask you, I'm curious to know, is there anything that you really dislike about the industry? And is there anything that people have done that you didn't like? For example, like the way they might approach you, like if they're trying to get you to listen to their record because of when they found out who you are and what you do?
Well, you know, I mean, there's things that come with this business. The reason why I'm not all caught up in the you know, the things that are wrong with the business is because, if you know, there's wrong with everything. There's wrong in life, but wrong is what is the opposite of wrong? Right. Mm. And if we're focused on wrong, how do we get to the right? Right. You know, and isn't that what we're supposed to be trying to figure out?
Absolutely.
Isn't that the reason why we're here? And that's the reason why God keeps giving us this extended life. That's why I'm on this phone. I mean, on this interview, because maybe he wants me to learn something from this. Maybe he wants you to learn something from this. Maybe he wants somebody out there to learn something from this. That's why I'm the vehicle of a person who has made mistakes and has been able to find the rights in my wrongs. Mm-hmm. So if I'm sitting here on this interview trying to act like no one in the industry has had wrongs, then there's wrong in our industry, but there's wrong because sometimes people get ahead of themselves. Sometimes people get greedy. Sometimes people get anxious. They get scared. They get misled. They get confused. I mean, it's a whole bunch of reasons that wrong happens. Sometimes wrong don't happen because you're even trying to be wrong. Sometimes you're trying to be right, but you being right is going to make somebody wrong. Like if somebody say, I don't like Kevin, right? But then somebody says, I do like Kevin. Then now the person who said, I don't like Kevin is going to be wrong.
Yeah. You can't please everybody all the time.
So you can't, right. It ain't no way. There's no way we're gonna, even if we're in a situation where you got two people who are like you have in the NBA finals right now, you got an incredible LeBron James and then you got an incredible Stephen Curry, and they're both built two different ways, but they're both incredible athletes. And right now, somebody can't win. Someone's going to have to lose.
Oh, my God.
Someone has to lose. So that means that we're going to find wrong in the person that loses, and we're not going to think about the achievement and the accomplishment of the right that person. The fact that LeBron has been to the championship 6 times, I think that's incredible.
Absolutely. Without a doubt.
It's phenomenal. I think the fact that Stephen Curry broke Michael Jordan's team record was 73 wins. That's incredible. That's phenomenal. But someone's gonna lose.
It's always so. Oh my goodness! See, the reason why I'm so fascinated with everything you're saying is was because I've heard you say on interviews that what you do as an A&R person, you can and have changed people's lives, and you have already said that earlier. But can I ask you, have you ever had to deal with any bad reactions from an artist, like if you decided not to help them to further their career? Because I've noticed some artists, they can pester.
Always. I'm gonna always, and I think more so. I think I'll go on record and say, I have aliases that I use to kind of define me. I always, in my comical side, I always say I'm Tommy from Martin because I don't have a job. Because, people are like, what is your job? What do you do? Like, I don't know what you really do. But they don't really, a lot of people don't even research me or really try to figure it out. It's like they just want to, they just want it to make sense without really getting to know me. And then the other alias that I always take on is Clark Kent. Because I truly believe he was really the genius of Superman. I just believe that Clark Kent was the person, he was the guy behind the scenes that really, Lois didn't know he was the real. Like, if you don't have Clark Kent, and he's not at the Daily Planet, well, Superman just flying around in the sky trying to figure out who to save. Like, he don't know what to do without Clark Kent. So, I think you got to give, Clark Kent was the true person. And so I always call myself Clark Kent. And then I always say I'm Mr. Miyagi.
I love that. Karate Kid, right?
My methods don't always that aren't always clear in the beginning, but the ending always turns out the way it's supposed to. Yeah. So I apologize to some people out there right now on your show that might have not understood what I was trying to pull out of them or what I was trying to get out of them, or sometimes I might invoke tough love. Sometimes I might be vague. Sometimes I might not be clear all the ways. But because sometimes I might look into a person's spirit and say they know the answer, but they're not trying hard enough.
Right. They're not digging deep and recognizing it for themselves before they come and keep saying to you, please tell me, you tell me, I want you to tell me. Sometimes you want people to figure it out for themselves.
Yeah, they want the easy, tell me exactly what it is. Help me understand. I want the truth. You're like, I don't want to give it to you if you're going to have that attitude in life. If that's your attitude in life, then I'm not giving it to you. You got to, I'll help you, but I'm not going to give it to you because I want you to really understand that when you went to get the information, you got the answer you meant to get because you wanted that real answer. You wanted that answer. You didn't I didn't tell you. So because I want you to accept your truth. It's your truth that you're seeking. So if I give you my truth, that's my truth. I did the work to find my truth. Right. So I could get that answer. So you have to do the work to get your truth so you can get the answer. You can't blame somebody for not giving you your truth because that's not their role. That's your role to get your truth.
Wow. Please, can you tell us, are there any artists that you've come across in your career who you thought, I don't think they're going to be a good artist, and then later on they may have become a success? You don't have to name them if you don't want to.
Yeah, I don't want to do that one. I don't want to name no artists. I don't want to get in trouble. This is going to be in too many places. So, no, but there has definitely been artists that are out that I felt, wow, why did they sign this artist, or what was the role, or what? But even that is an education for me. You know what I'm saying? So there's one artist that I will name, but I will name him because I really want to big up him. and that's J. Cole.
Wow.
I didn't really understand I didn't understand J. Cole when he was first signed. I didn't get it. I didn't see it. That's the genius of Jay Brown and Jay-Z. They, you know, and then the placing him. But, you know, the reason why I want to bring that up is because a lot of artists don't realize that J. Cole was literally artist developed the way artists were artist developed from the beginning.
Okay.
They were put around the right people. Remember I made that statement earlier? You're not wrong because you're wrong. You're wrong most of the time because you're not around the right people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Or you're going to receive negativity or you're going to get that. But they put him around the right people. They put him in the right mindset. They cultivated and developed him as an artist. And they really made him somebody who, when I look at him now as an artist, I have to give him a standing ovation. He's an incredible artist now. And what I like most about him, he didn't go for the easy commercial bailout success. He stuck to hip hop. He stuck to what he believed in, and he found a way to get his message out here and get people to believe in him worldwide. And that's a huge accomplishment of an artist. And when you look at him, you have a sense of a real artist. So I would just, if I was going to name an artist that at first I did not believe in, but I have to say that he's an incredible artist, I would say J. Cole.
Fantastic. Wow. Can I ask you, do you believe that the music industry is more of a game and sort of people need to learn to understand it? Obviously, it's a business, but what would you say? Is it more one or the other, or do you have to fight to merge the two?
Well, I mean, when I first started out, and I think what everybody loves to say is 90% is business and 10% this, or 80% business and 10% talent, and I just believe I believe that it's mental, which is the game part, which is, I would say, I give that a good 40%.
Okay.
Mental, and which is dealing with the game, dealing with the mental part. I say is that. Then I think that it's another. I would give the other. I would say 30-40%. I would say that is the business part. And then I would say the other last part is the actual talent.
Wow.
So what I just gave, like, I would say more 30-40% talent. Now I'm gonna say why I said it like that, and why I didn't put so much emphasis on the business part. And I just want to, the business part I look at is like when you go into a grocery store, right? Mm-hmm. You walk into this grocery store. Do they challenge you when you first walk into the grocery store about anything? Do they allow you to go in and socialize with the food? They allow you to go and socialize with the people. They allow you to sample. They allow you to do everything, right?
Right.
Because their goal is to. You might have came here to buy one thing. We want you to buy 10 things, right?
Exactly.
But the business part don't start till when?
After you've had a product.
No, till you go to the cash register. When you do the actual transaction, when you get to that cash register, right? Mm-hmm. There is no such thing as, I'm gonna pay you on Tuesday, or
no, they're not having that.
You got to know exactly when you walk up to that cash register that this is the transaction. This is that part. So I